Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. We've been going back and forth over the issue of open grazing in Nigeria. In southern part of Nigeria, the 17 governors came together and banned open grazing in Nigeria, especially the southern part. But practically speaking, we've actually not seen the effect because we still see the Fulani herdsmen openly grazing without much penalty, especially in some parts of southern Nigeria. But the president himself, not the presidency, but the president himself, said that they should look out for the old grazing routes that have been in existence some years, many years back, and they want to inherit it. Well, the AGF Malami said that there's a law to that effect, and that they should bring it to regazette it and bring it into bear. Well, as we speak, a lot of reactions have come up, and they have decided to bring out the number of grazing routes in Nigeria. And the senators have also come out to tell us the stand of the law concerning open grazing in Nigeria, of course, and a lot of reactions. The lawmakers, lawyers, senior advocates of Nigerians have started talking about the law and the constitution over open grazing. And of course, Afenifere and the social-cultural groups are also speaking up over the same issue. But before we go to the news proper, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's find out if your state is also involved or among the grazing route that's now been discovered. Well, the director, Department of Animal Husbandry Services, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Winnie Lai Solari, has said there are in Nigeria about 415 grazing reserves in 21 states. 141 was gazetted. However, of these 415 grazing reserves, only 2 are in the southern part of Nigeria, 1 each in Ogun and Oyo state. 141 are gazetted, and these 141 that are gazetted are about 2.7 million hectares of land. That's a number, quite a huge one. All the grazing reserves cover about 4.2 million hectares of land above it, actually, and the National Grazing Reserve Law is of 1965. This is just as Senate spokesman Dr. Ajibola Bashiru, APC Osun Central, said yesterday that there was no law on grazing route in any part of Nigeria, both north and south. He said the law on grazing reserves, recognized as a state law in the 1999 Constitution, actually criminalized open grazing. Ajibola gave the clarification in a statement titled "No Law of Grazing Route in Nigeria, either North or South." He spoke as Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization Afenifere advised the federal government to jettison grazing routes, just as human rights lawyer Mr. Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, criticized the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami, senior advocate of Nigeria, for allegedly misleading the president, Muhammadu Buhari, on the existence of grazing routes in southern Nigeria. Malami had, in his reaction to the ban on open grazing by southern governors, said the ban was unconstitutional, adding that open grazing in Nigeria was backed by law and gazetted. Meanwhile, 21 months after the federal government launched the National Livestock Transformation Plan, NLTP, while Nigerians call it ROGA anyway, that would have helped in addressing the farmers crisis, some of the willing states are yet to receive the counterpart funding from the government. Yesterday, some agencies of the federal and state government traded blames on the issue, while one of the state governments, desirous of getting the livestock plan kicking, said it was yet to get the federal government's 80% counterpart funding. A director in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture said the federal government needed to see commensurate commitment from the state government to proceed. This came as the director, Department of Animal Husbandry Services, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Winnie Lai Solari, confirmed that there are 415 grazing reserves in 21 states. Well, Bashiru maintained reserve law in northern Nigeria criminalizes open grazing. Well, Bashiru maintained that modern animal husbandry practices remains the pinnacle to herders farmers clashes in Nigeria. The senator said the provisions in the said state laws, which are applicable to some states in northern Nigeria, specifically made it an offense for anybody to roam about with cattle outside of the grazing routes. The statements read in part: the grazing reserve laws in some states created from the former northern region of Nigeria are deemed to be the state laws by the Section 318 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. They have been adopted from the Grazing Reserve Law of Northern Region of Nigeria (NN Law of 1965), including Cap 3 laws of Kwara State, Cap 56 laws of Bauchi State, and Cap 55 laws of Katsina State. On the cases of these laws, it was expressly stated that they are adopted from Northern Nigerian laws of 1965. There is no provision for grazing routes as it is being claimed. There has never been federal legislation on grazing reserves and or grazing routes in Nigeria, and northern region laws are not applicable everywhere in Nigeria. In fact, by the present constitutional provision, such laws cannot be within the competence of the National Assembly. The grazing reserves laws are only applicable and enforceable in those states created from the former northern regions that chose to adopt same as part of their reversed laws like Kwara, Bauchi, and Katsina State. It appears that Jigawa State omitted the grazing reserves law as part of its law in more recent compilation of its laws. However, what is trade route was not defined in the law, and there is no other reference to the term trade route in the law. The purport of grazing reserve law, contrary to the impression being sought to be created, is to create grazing reserve areas with necessary legal requirements and criminalize grazing outside the grazing areas. Under those laws, animals are only allowed to graze in the grazing reserve or trade route. This is quite interesting. Well, it is rather unfortunate that our president has been misadvised on this matter, Bashiru added. He added also, as a patriot, a distinguished senator, someone sworn to uphold the Nigerian constitution, and in view of the apparent interest of Nigerians on the subject matter, it is pertinent to say neither in the north nor in the south is there any law creating grazing routes, either as state law or federal law. End of story. QED. You have heard it all. They said there's no such law in the Nigerian constitution, gazetted or not, that the ones that were even available was enacted one way or the other. If you ask me personally, I think it has been submerged by the state laws, and some of the state laws in southern part of Nigeria. I don't think anyone will actually encourage open grazing, especially open grazing route. I think we should let them matter lie low. And Femi Falana came up also in the legal term, saying that the AGF Malami had actually misadvised the president, thinking there's such laws persisting. So if the presidency insists on going about with this grazing law, it may actually be going contrary to Nigerian constitution.